Fame is an interesting institution. A lot of time I think we put people in the Hall of Fame because they're successful, in which case we should call them the Hall of Success. My brother actually has a lot of good qualities that make him deserve to be famous. I use the acronym CITE, C-I-T-E. The first is charity, because it's an action, and charity broadly defined is the ability to give people what they need. And as a teacher, as a writer, as an advocate, he does all of that. He has integrity. He knows what is right and he sticks to them. He has talent. You can't be famous without some success, and so he's a great writer. Whether or not he had won the Pulitzer Prize or not, he is a great writer. And then lastly, he has empathy. He really does care a lot about other people.
Well, I was 4 years old in 1975 when Saigon fell, and we came as refugees to the United States, settled in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, at Fort Indiantown Gap, because refugees had to go through these resettlement centers. And I was at 4 years old, I didn't know what was going on. This is when my memory really begins. And my first memory is being taken away from my parents. Because in order to leave a refugee camp, you had to have a sponsor. So this very nice white family took me in. But at 4 years old, all I knew was that I was being taken away from my parents.
I am a professor of cinema at San Francisco State University. Viet is also a professor at USC of English. And we've been very good friends since the late 80s, I think. And we were both ethnic studies majors at Cal. That's a largely, or a more ignored part of his background. He majored in English and did very well there, but he also majored in ethnic studies. And I think that's a very important part of who he is today.
He is a teacher. He gives people what they need when they learn. And as an advocate, he gives voice to the voiceless.
He's very talented as well as hardworking. And in all of that, he's very generous in terms of sharing what he knows and what he's learned in life.
He very much cares for other people, and his goal is to give people what they need.
Viet Nguyen is one of the most generous people I've ever known.
He's developed a whole generation of students, graduate students, professors who are interested in issues around Asian American studies. As well as an English professor, he taught a lot of people to become good writers and English majors. As a Vietnamese American, he has done a great amount of work to promote the ideas of a progressive Vietnamese American community.
I think he derives a great deal of joy from opening up positions in our society that have been previously unopened to different people. And so I would say that he, has come into a great deal of wealth in terms of resources and in terms of knowledge. And he's so generous in terms of sharing all of that. And all of that wealth and resource and knowledge has been, I think, very hard won. You work very hard to get them, and he shares it with everyone in a non-discriminating way.